What's good, YouTube? It's Justice I Used to Be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about how Playboi Carti is having one of the best album rollouts that I've seen in a very long time. And now when I say one of the best album rollouts, I don't mean in terms of like, oh, I love everything he's doing, but in measurement of building hype, it's actually been ridiculous. The amount of hype that Playboi Carti has been able to build for his next project over the last couple of weeks is insane. And it's so insane that we don't even know when he's dropping the project officially. There's been no official date. We just know that he's supposed to be dropping the album sometime in early 2024. But the hype for this project has been absolutely unreal over the last couple of weeks. And it's just so crazy because we literally went from no hype whatsoever, literally zero hype, to off the charts levels of hype. Like if there was a line graph for this, it would have just been a flat line at the very bottom. And then over the past 2 to 3 weeks, just a straight shot of exponential growth. And over this time of album rollout, or whatever you want to call it, Playboi Carti has released 3 new songs. The first one being You're the Moon or Different Day, whatever you want to call it. The second one being 2024, and then the last one that just came out being Hood by Air. And all of these songs have gone extremely viral. They've been popping. They've gotten millions of views. Right now, at the moment that I'm recording this video, You're the Moon / Different Day has 25 million plays on Playboi Carti's Finsta. 2024 has 14 million views on YouTube. And then Hood by Air has about 18 million plays on Playboi Carti's Finsta. These songs have gone super viral, first and foremost, because of Playboi Carti's loyal, massive, die-hard fan base. That's obviously the main reason. Carti could literally fart in a jar and people would be ready to buy it. Like, he has a die-hard fan base. But also, this is his first release of solo music since Whole Lotta Red, and that's 3 years away. That released 3 years ago. So it's been a very long time since Playboi Carti has dropped solo music. We've been getting features like every now and then, maybe like 5 since the album came out. So people have been starving for Playboi Carti music, and to not only get it in general, but also on his own, not just, tagging along on somebody else's song on somebody else's project. And another reason as to why people are so excited over these songs and they've gone super viral is because they don't sound like Whole Lotta Red. They're a departure from the sound of Whole Lotta Red. Now, we've come to expect that from Carti in terms of him changing his style, changing his sound over the years. But it's always interesting to see, what is he actually going to do? What is the next project going to sound like? So this is a kind of peek into the future, into what we might be getting on the album. And it's gotten people super excited because it doesn't sound like anything Carti has done before. Carti has debuted a new style and a new sound in his music, and a lot of it features the deep voice, which we first heard on the feature for Fiend with Travis Scott, which I didn't even know was Carti. A little sidebar. When I first listened to that song, I saw that it was featuring Carti, but when I heard it, I was like, who the hell is this? I didn't know when Carti was. I was waiting the entire song for Carti to come on, and then after the song was over, I was like, wait, was that Carti? And then I looked on Twitter and people were confirming that that deep voice was actually Carti. So the deep voice is here to stay. It seems that that's going to be a theme going into the next project. It wasn't just like a one-time thing that he did for the song Fiend and just made that little special feature. That appears to be something he's going to continue doing into the future. In terms of ranking these songs, I would have 2024 at number 1, Hood by Air at number 2, and then You're the Moon or Different Day at number 3. Now, all 3 of these songs have still been heavily in my rotation, so even though I put You're the Moon or Different Day last, I like the song a lot. It really doesn't matter. All 3 of these songs have been heavily bumped in my car for the last couple of weeks, and I really do enjoy all of these songs, but it brings up a very interesting question in my opinion, which is, are these songs throwaways? Because if these songs are throwaways before Carti's album, what the hell is on the album? Because I love all these songs. All these songs are really, really good in my opinion. So if these didn't make the cut, what did, bruh? Because this album has to be super fire if these are songs that he can just kind of throw away and release. Because again, he's not even officially releasing these songs. These songs are on his Finsta. I mean, one of them's on YouTube, but still, for the most part, he's just kind of giving us these songs. So if they're not even good enough to make the project, which in general, Carti doesn't really put out like a single and then put it on the project. He just kind of drops a song, and then if it's good, it's good. If it's not, whatever, it doesn't end up on the album. So these songs probably won't even end up on the album, but that just goes to show that this project has to be fire. And these songs and this music that he's been putting out is a lot more reminiscent of Atlanta. It feels a lot more Atlanta than something like Whole Lotta Red. And Carti is actually rapping on these songs, not rapping in the sense of like a Drake or a Kendrick Lamar or something like that, but rapping kind of in the sense of like a Future or a Young Thug in the way that they rap. And he's not necessarily doing a whole bunch of singing and the melodic and the moaning and all that stuff. he's really rapping not in like a boom bap type of way, but still in like an Atlanta, you know, trap music type of way, but it's still a little bit different. Like on the song Hood by Air, Carti is rapping for like 3 minutes straight, and I don't think there's a single ad lib on the song. Or maybe there is and I just missed it, but there's not a whole bunch of ad libs and a whole bunch of melodic, like he's just rapping for 3 minutes, which is weird after what we've gone through over the last couple of years from Playboi Carti. But what I think is most important to note about this album Rollout is the way it's happening. Playboi Carti is a major artist who has sold 100K before on an album in a first week. He's also signed to a major label, and he's having one of the most effective album rollouts in the last couple of years, and it's strictly through Instagram posts on his story and Finsta posts. That's it. His IG story and his Finsta are carrying this album rollout, and it's one of the most effective ones I've seen in a while. It's not like Carti is an upcoming rapper who has a little bit of buzz and he's about to drop a project and he's just doing stuff on his Finsta. No, this is a major artist who has sold 100K before, promoting his album via his Insta story. That's insane. Most rappers, when they're on their rollout tours or whatever, when they're rolling out trying to get people to pay attention to them before they drop an album, they're doing interviews, they're doing magazines, they're doing little late night TV show performances. They're doing whatever they're getting on Kai Cenat stream. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? They're paying for radios to talk about them. They're paying for well, not necessarily the artist, but they're paying for ads in like these little social media outlets. They're paying for posts on these blog pages. They're paying academics to post them. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes, or not even necessarily behind the scenes, but just in general, when it comes to these album rollouts with these major artists who have a major label behind them. Carti has posted on his Instagram story like 5 times a day and released 3 songs, 2 of them which are on his Finsta and the others on YouTube. None of them are on streaming services. And this is one of the biggest album rollouts that I've seen in a while. He has everyone paying attention to him without having to do any of the work. He doesn't have to do what Offset did. Offset was doing interviews with everybody, Call Her Daddy. He did the Bobby Althoff. He's doing the Kai Cenat stream, then flying to Colorado and on the sidelines with Deion Sanders. And that's no knock to Offset. You know, everybody's got to do different things. But I'm just saying that's an example of somebody really going all the way in with an album rollout. Not Kai Cenat. Offset was everywhere. He was doing everything. He was on all types of interviews. Carti has posted to his Instagram story 5 times a day and had some British bald guy yelling at us when it's time for him to drop a new song. And the song's not even being officially dropped onto a streaming service. It's on YouTube or it's on his Finsta. And he's created so much hype. This level of hype that has been built for Playboi Carti's next album is due to him having a real celebrity aura. And I know it's something I talked about in a previous video and basically said that it doesn't really exist anymore, especially in rap and pretty much in all forms of media nowadays. Like, celebrities just don't have that same aura that they used to back in the day. But Carti still has that, and it's why he's been able to basically do nothing, basically do the absolute bare minimum, but still build so much hype. There are so many rappers that post every single day on Instagram. They make 3 Instagram stories an hour. They're on every interview. They're doing Snapchat. They're doing TikTok lives. They on Instagram live all day. Like, there's so many artists that have to do so much in order to build attention and build hype. Carti is doing the bare minimum, and this is one of the most hyped up rollouts that I've seen in a very long time. But that's just my take on the situation at the moment. By the time I upload this, maybe another song will be out because I am about to go on vacation. But if you made it this far, I greatly appreciate it. Leave me some comments down below. Tell me why I'm stupid. Tell me why everything I said was right. Whatever you got to say in the comments down below, I greatly appreciate it. So make sure you leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Have a great day. Be safe. Be blessed. Peace.